everyone. Welcome to another episode of the White Bar Podcast, and we hope you're having a great week. Today we'll be starting with the UEFA Champions League round of 16. There are very big games to look at this week. Some of them I've played before, like they've been matched before. I think Galatasaray Liverpool has played before. Newcastle Barcelona. This is the first time, right? There's PSG against Chelsea.
In the group phase, Newcastle and Barcelona have played before in the group phase.
Yeah, so it's basically a rematch. Real Madrid, Man City, this has because I don't know what's going on. Every single time we get this,
that's people's argument. People's argument with this.
I think it just keeps bringing the same team together. But this particular game has been perhaps the best game of the Champions League in quite a number of years.
Yeah, also economically too.
So we'll start with Galatasaray Liverpool. Galatasaray managed to get into the round of 16. I mean, Juve could have taken that, but unfortunately they had a red card early. Even with that, they played their lives out, and unfortunately Galatasaray clinched a goal from Osimhen, and then they scored another goal that just killed the game off. And now they face Liverpool, an inconsistent Liverpool has not even really played too well also in the Champions League. So we'll just be looking at this. We'll be looking at Galatasaray, Liverpool, Atalanta, Bayern, Atletico Madrid, Tottenham. That one, if you ask me, I already know we win. Then Newcastle. Well, okay, let me think about it again. Tottenham are actually performing well in the Champions League. Their problem is in the league. Okay. So let's start with Galatasaray, Liverpool. Brown.
I mean, Galatasaray, Liverpool. I know for the most part, football fanatics and fans everywhere will be tilting towards Liverpool, But like I said earlier, I feel like Galatasaray stands a chance in this tie because for three reasons, especially because number one, Liverpool has been inconsistent for the most part, especially in the turn of the year, right? Liverpool they will win today, struggle the next game. So yeah, Liverpool have been quite inconsistent, So for that reason, Galatasaray, they will really put up a fight against Liverpool, especially because Liverpool is coming to their home for this one. And then number two, Galatasaray is no pushover. You cannot just push Galatasaray over. A very typical example is in the last phase of the Champions League when they played against Juventus. It was a spectacle to be honest. So yes, they had chances to score perhaps more goals than they eventually scored. But yes, Galatasaray is no team that will just sit back and watch you do your thing. They will always put up a fight. So there are no pushovers. And if you recall, recently, if you go back to their league, they've had 3 straight wins, So yes, the last win was quite a tough one, with Victor Osimhen scoring the long goal to secure the 3 points for them. So yeah, they have had 3 straight wins in their last, couple of games. And then Galatasaray, when you compare them to Liverpool head-to-head, they have a better head-to-head than Liverpool, especially in the Champions League. So personally, I'll predict, I see Galatasaray winning this particular tie by either winning or drawing this one. I don't see them losing this one at all, not at all.
On the first leg, right?
If I might add anything to what Brown said, I would say I agree, and I would say MATCHDAY would be the one in goal. Alisson did not travel with the team, so and Alisson has actually played a very, very vital part in Liverpool's qualification to this round. So I see, and the fans, those guys are crazy. The fans are actually crazy. So I agree with Brown. Either a draw or I see them winning.
I said that Mamardashvili being in goal is already a big problem for Liverpool, as it is. Because there was a competition last season or something that they crashed out of simply because of the goalkeeper. Could not save anything. Simply because of goalkeeping errors. Atalanta, Bayern Munich. Shola, Atalanta got to this stage also in a very dramatic manner against Borussia Dortmund, losing the first leg and coming back in the second leg. Do you think they will shock Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich has been very good in the Champions League.
Is that meant to be a question?
Yes.
I mean, it's Bayern Munich that we're talking about, and they are to me, they are the best team in Europe right now. That's personally They're playing beautiful
Where does that
football.
leave us now?
Arsenal is just there now.
Arsenal won Bayern
Arsenal
Munich
is
3
just,
0.
The team
Arsenal
that
Bayern Munich 3 0.
Arsenal that beat Bayern that led the
3
that
0.
Arsenal
I
won
know, I know. That's what.
wow.
That's when they say that. When they
This is
say
what they call
that.
it.
Anyways, you
I know
said
When
in
it's
your
not
beautiful,
beautiful football now. Beautiful
it's not
football.
hate.
yes.
It's
Not
not
So he
hate.
said
beautiful.
two things. He said beautiful football and
It's
in my
not hate.
opinion. So
We all
go
can
ahead with your
agree.
opinion.
We all can agree that I want to use an example. The Euro 2016 that was it 2016? It was 2016 that Ronaldo won. We all can agree that in terms of football, we would probably say France deserved it because like they outplayed Portugal like in all departments, like they were just unlucky, right? So at times football you can lose 4-0 and play very well. And so that's just by the way anyway. So what do I think will happen uh against Atalanta? I think Hewa is already like he wants to react to that Bayern Arsenal
No,
talk, but look, I think anything is possible when you have a super striker. That's just the truth. Anything is possible when you have,
do you
we
mean
saw
do
it.
you do you mean
Harry
Shags?
Kane.
So I mean Harry Kane. So you can give him half ball, you can create a magic out of it. And this is someone that also drops deep. He can be a playmaker, he can be and they have like they still have Musiala, they still have Luis Diaz, they have a wonderful goalkeeper. And again, their second fiddle, so to say, in the Bundesliga was the team that Atalanta beat in order to qualify controversially. And to be honest, they threw away a 2-goal lead, and they allowed Atalanta to come back into the game. So I don't think they will be able to do it against Bayern Munich. And also, where are the other Serie A contenders? They've gone, right?
Take
So,
me home.
so I think Atlanta will follow them in the next round. So,
Wow.
because like even their bosses have gone, so they just got there by by passion by group, but strength will fade them the next round, and and Bayern Munich will put them in their place.
Okay. Atletico Madrid Tottenham. Brown. Or AY rather. Atletico Madrid Tottenham.
I'm going to put it out here.
I think this is the on paper. This is the match that anybody and everybody would
You
see
watch.
Atletico going through. Because what does Tottenham have to play? Honestly, fine, they finished third. Fine, they are doing well in the Champions League, whatever, and they are 17th or 16th in the EPL table. But you can't compare Atletico to who wants to defend against Lukman. I'm
Who
trying.
wants to
I'm
hold
trying.
Solot?
I'm trying to understand because this Tottenham manager. Hopefully, they still retain him for the Atletico game. I don't know why he keeps playing. He keeps doing two things. Number one, he keeps repeating the mistake that Amorim did. You see that something is not working, but you are still stuck with it. You are still playing
Ajama.
three at the back. Now that is the first mistake. His second mistake now is now the fact that you are now playing three at the back. You are now playing players in different positions. Imagine me playing three at the back now, and I'm not putting Gabriel as right back. I'm putting Saliba as left back. What you would always lose.
And put Saka as left centre back.
And just do it anyhow. That was why they lost against Crystal Palace. Fine, Van der Ven or whatever got a red card and whatever. But they were bound to lose that game. So coming to the Champions League, I don't see what they have to offer. Atletico will beat them with at least 2 goal margin.
Brown, do you want to add something to that?
I mean, Tottenham, it's very difficult to make a case for them this season, especially with their performances in the Premier League. It's been terrible. Tottenham is the only side in the Premier League this year that is here to secure a win in the Premier League. yes, you could argue they play good football in Champions League, but who did they play against? I am very sure that if Tottenham had met that your team, Micah, that your Bodo Glimt, Bodo Glimt would have rubbed their face on the surface of the pitch. So Tottenham is difficult to make a case for them. And then Atletico Madrid, a very stubborn side. Talk about brutal football. You think Arsenal is playing brutal? Arsenal is even calm compared to Atletico Madrid with the kind of coach they have at the helm. So personally, I don't see Tottenham Hotspur coming out of this one with a win. And I don't see them qualifying from this tie either, because Atletico Madrid, tough side, brilliant side to, when they are on a good day, when they are on their game. But then again, they are playing at home. So I see Atletico Madrid winning this one by 3 goals to 1. 3 goals to 1.
Newcastle Barcelona, this is going to be this is a game that I particularly want to watch, because Newcastle are known to be a very solid side, especially in Champions League against bigger teams. And I think this will also be that kind of game where we're really going to enjoy it. What do you guys think? Constable Shola, Newcastle Barcelona.
Newcastle can be really, really physical. So I think it's almost like the only thing going for them right now, because we're talking about the tactical prowess of their manager. I don't think it's up there when you compare him with the likes of Hansi Flick, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola. So tactically, I think Barcelona have the upper hand. But physically though, and pace and everything, you just needed to come and see how they were just bullying United.
If Gimares old Yamin Lamar like this.
If Joel Wellington, what's his name?
Joelinton.
Oh boy, and he's so tall, and we just that Bond guy that give Luke Shaw double
Dan Bond.
I didn't get any card for that. And we all know Lamine Yamal needs to be protected. He's that player with flair. He wants to do this, but when you start kicking him, then it gets really frustrating, and then he may not be able to do much in that game. So if Newcastle stick with their physicality, their strength mainly, maybe they can get a result from that match. But again, over 2 legs, I think Barcelona will come out on top. We saw that they almost did it against Atletico Madrid. They almost did the remontada.
Yeah.
So
scoring 3 goals, having lost first leg.
Having lost 1-0. So and they have, to be honest, if aside from Bayern, I would say like they are also the second most exciting side in the world right now, Barcelona. So, and they score a lot of goals too.
If I might add, right, I feel like, this Newcastle Barca game is an exciting one to watch, to be honest, because each time they play each other, which is very rarely though, but each time they do, you see a lot of goals. For instance, between them, they have met, I think, 5 times in total, and they've scored about 15 goals in those 5 meetings. With Barca scoring the most, 10 goals, and then, Newcastle with about 5 goals, with Barca having 4 wins and, Newcastle with 1 win. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting game, and I'm looking forward to it. So exactly what you've said, Newcastle would try to stick to their strength, being more physical and all of that. But when it comes to tactical prowess, like you mentioned, Eddie Howe doesn't come close to Hansi Flick. And I feel like with Lamine Yamal now getting back to his usual form, I feel Barcelona is going to give us, a good game tomorrow. And I expect them to come out on top of this one, regardless of what Newcastle tries to put up at home.
I don't think Newcastle will put up anything, because their captain, Bruno Guimaraes, has been injured and he will stay injured for about 6 to 10 weeks.
They were injured and they still beat, at least, I don't know, they still beat United though. They beat an informed United that has not lost.
Give us Newcastle now.
We need that reset.
Give us Newcastle now.
If Newcastle
give us a challenge.
If they can play the eye line of Barca well, It's going to be an
Yeah.
entertaining football to watch.
With Gordon fit, I mean, I think that they will do some damage. Fun fact: who knows what position Newcastle bought Joelinton for?
He was a
Next striker.
striker.
And then it was
Yes.
converted
So I
to.
was converted into a destroyer.
You know, this Congo make on the fight.
Tonali. That guy.
No, Tonali is and if you see that, if
It's
you see that
practical.
guy outside of football, you wear a spec looking up, and you don't know that
He's a
it's
stupid
dangerous.
spec.
It's dangerous football.
He's a destroyer.
Moving to the games for Wednesday, Leverkusen will be playing Arsenal. Honestly, I don't know where these people are with anything. After Alonso left them, I think everything just crashed. They were playing an inform Arsenal. Bodo Glimt will be playing against Sporting CP. I think that Sporting CP have lost this one, so there's no. PSG will be playing against Chelsea. Let me breathe first, and then Real Madrid will take up on. Real Madrid will be taking on Man City. Let's start with the Arsenal fan, Leverkusen Arsenal. What do you think? Is this going to be an easy win, or what do you foresee?
It's the Champions League. I wouldn't say it's going to be an easy win because Champions League is always Champions League. You will see a team like we just spoke about Tottenham. They are not doing well in the league and they are doing well in the Champions League. However, that being said, Leverkusen, they have just one win in 5. Their main striker is injured, and their last game ended in a draw on Saturday. So, and they have lots of injuries. And from the Arsenal side, I don't think we have any injury scare apart from Merino and of course Calafiori got injured and Trossard was injured over the FA Cup that we won. But aside that, I see Arsenal coming back to win against Leverkusen. The match is going to be away, and what I see Arsenal doing is probably scoring 2 goals and just rounding up the tie away, and then just come to the Emirates and just maybe see it off with one goal. Declan Rice and Zubimendi, Gabriel and Saliba, Gyökeres, they were all benched against Mansfield, so they should be back for the game and they should be back fresh. So I see Arsenal winning maybe 2-0 or 3-1.
Before we move into the PSG Chelsea game, I'll just quickly say something about the Bodo Glimt and Sporting CP. I don't know how they want to do it too, but I know that they will win. I don't know. Interestingly, I think that their path is also maybe these people will be like the Cinderella of the season.
The semi-finalist, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
They even hired is it a psychologist? I mean, former military.
Yeah, they hired like a SEAL team person. I said they should give these people to Arsenal now. this is Arteta's strategy.
The interesting thing is that they actually play very good football.
Of course.
So it's not as if they are just playing rubbish. They are lucky. It's not luck. They are playing proper clean
I don't
football.
see them going past 14. This is their bus stop. You people can support.
We'll see now. We'll see now.
I think they will blow Sporting away.
Okay, I think that Bodo Glimt will do everything within their power to annihilate this Sporting CP. PSG versus Chelsea. PSG they lost to Monaco over the weekend, and the signs were there against Monaco. In the Champions League, it was 2-2, 3-2, and then in the league, Monaco finished the job by beating them 3-1. Chelsea on their own almost lost to Wrexham. Our form is not as bad. Only that we have just won 2 the last 5 in the Premier League. I think 1-2, drawn 2, and lost 1 or something like that. So pretty much the same team in terms of form, but I mean we have seen what Chelsea can do, especially against big teams. Let's start with Shola. Here's Chelsea.
I mean, this is like an interesting one historically. Maybe by now you should know that I have like soft spots for Chelsea. Maybe because you have to acknowledge greatness. When you guys are not like there when it comes to the big boys, like in Manchester United, Liverpool. You are not there, but when you look at like the past decade, like you people have a lot of trophies, and you just came from nowhere, like So that's why I respect Chelsea, like deep down. If there's like a club, we've already said it earlier, right? That you guys have beaten Madrid, you've beaten Bayern, you've beaten everybody there. So if there is a club that can really draw from that historical sentiment or emotions, and just get inspired, like for a kind of match like this. It's Chelsea, they can really do it. And not until recently that PSG actually won like the Champions League. So they've been searching and searching and searching as well. Meanwhile, Chelsea have won 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2, yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So because of that, I'll probably tilt towards Chelsea. But again, when I look at your players,
Bro.
your crop of players,
Bro.
The defense, especially that defense.
especially the defense,
I
and the
think
lack of
that's
discipline,
the biggest issue this season.
and the lack of discipline. Have you guys now finally broken that red card?
No, they will still break it.
No, I think one more.
How many red cards?
We have matched the record.
So now it's just to surpass.
It's not to break it.
Joint record holder. So again, this one will be tough. It will be tough, really. It will be tough. But I think Chelsea can do it.
It will be tough,
Chelsea,
but entertaining.
It will be tough but entertaining, yes. It will be a one to watch. I can't really decide on this. Maybe it will end like with penalty and stuff like that, But maybe Chelsea will narrowly just win this one. Narrowly win this one.
Brown.
I mean, on the contrary, I feel like this match, at least for this first leg, over 2 ties, maybe you could argue that Chelsea possibly might just, edge past and PSG. But for this first leg, I see this one ending in a draw. For some reason, I can't say for sure whether or not they would have goals, but I see this one ending in a draw for 2 reasons. Firstly, Chelsea, as you have alluded to, they can beat anybody, any day. And like Shola said, Chelsea has a way of drawing energy from the past, So Chelsea is the one club that does not fear anybody. They will come, they will do their thing. If it goes their way, fine. If it doesn't, okay, we go again. So Chelsea is a team that will always put up a fight against the best teams in the world. So if you now, take it back to the World Club Cup where, they handsomely defeated PSG, who, in my opinion, at the time was even better than they are now.
But Chelsea are worse.
No, see, the thing is this. I wouldn't say
Jackson, not Delap.
But they had this.
And for Jackson did not even really play. João Pedro, yeah. Jackson did not even play anything in the Club World Cup. Now it was red carded.
João Pedro,
and
that Jackson red carded. So I feel like.
But that was like an informed Kopama though.
João Pedro also scored in that game, right? And João Pedro currently is in form.
He's in the form of his life.
Exactly. So under Rosenau, he has been amazing every single game. So I feel like
Chelsea and PSG will not rely on corner. So maybe Chelsea
is not even.
They will come out to play.
They will come out to play good football.
So of course we'll watch good
now,
football.
Wow, straight bullets.
Want to give their fans something.
Give me my corner at the end of the season. As long as I win the league, I will take you my food.
I see this ending in
draw. Okay, first leg ending in a draw. AY, PSG, Chelsea, what are your thoughts?
So, Chelsea is a team that you can't predict. That's one thing about Chelsea, especially in important games. You can't see their game against Barca. That people were like, Barca will finish them. They just went there and just beat Barca. Was it 3-0? They destroyed Barca. So
that's true. That Jesus boy was just playing.
Yes,
yeah.
I forgot to
and Chelsea is a team that I don't think they need their good players to perform in big matches. Yeah, and if you look at it in recent times, when it comes to maybe cup finals or competitions where Chelsea actually need it the most, they would turn up. I see, not as much as I should be hating on Chelsea, but I see this first leg maybe a draw, Chelsea, because these guys should be back. Cucurella is back. Their defense, at least their first choice defenders are actually back. And you have Caicedo and this Santos. I don't know who he wants. Maybe Caicedo, Santos, Enzo, and whoever he wants. At least their first 11 it's actually a very good team to score and keep them in the game. So I see Chelsea, and PSG's draw has been sinusoidal over the past week. So yeah, so I give Chelsea a draw.
Okay. Real Madrid, Man City. Shola.
Mm. Oof. If this is like when Ateta started and Pep now, is to me the players, no issue with the players. Both of them, they have good crop of players, like solid players, solid talent. But when you look at what Mourinho was able to pull against this Real Madrid team with Benfica, it's just like all about ability to rile up the players and manage the game in-game tactics. To me, that's what I saw worked for them. And even the other time that the second time they meet again, unfortunate that incident with Vinicius happened. That we would have seen a more interesting game, like perhaps maybe Mourinho could have even like done his magic again. He got like the second yellow card, so he couldn't even go manage at the Santiago Bernabéu. So what I'm just trying to say in essence is we can't compare Pep um,
Abelua.
criteria, antecedents. You can't compare it with Abeloa's own. So it's going to be like, I think that's going to be the decider of the match, like of the full round, like on both legs. I think Man City will go through, because Man City, they also have like really really solid players, solid talent. So Madrid, I mean, they've even thrown away their lead
Their
in the
lead
league.
at the top of the table.
Yeah. So they even recently almost
Almost
drew
lost,
against.
Abi. I think almost drew. Yeah, they scored in the final
Almost drew
final
against before they
minutes.
ever scored in the final 94th minute there. Remember. So Madrid, I think also Mbappe is like not fully fit. So they have all of these problems going for them, and I think also this new format of Champions League, I don't think
It's
it
not as
has
exciting.
entered in the consciousness of Real Madrid players yet. Like this is like it just feels so different. Like how come Real Madrid are not getting past? How come they are meeting Man City every time? So with that, I think Man City will win. We beat them. With that, I think we beat them.
So, Brown, Real Madrid, Manchester City.
Firstly, I'll talk about Real Madrid. I feel like they're, in they're a bit, deficient in many aspects of their team right now because a lot of their very, very important players are out on injuries. If you talk about Eder Militao, who is currently out, Rodrigo, the most recent, there's Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, you look at Kamavinga, Alaba, even their left back.
Carreras.
So a lot of their very, very important players, that have played for the most part of the season are currently out injured. So that, especially that defense, it's currently very, very light for Real Madrid. And the City side, it's clear that when it comes to City, Real Madrid, City will always have more of the ball, right? Mm-hmm. So Real Madrid is better off when they have a better defensive side that is able to put up, a good fight against this City side. But with what is happening currently with Real Madrid, I think they are really, really going to struggle against City. Of course, they might want to dig deep and try to see how best they can, put up something against Manchester City. But honestly, their striking power is very, very shallow right now, with the absence of Mbappe especially. So Vinicius cannot really do it on its own. And you just have Haaland coming back to the fold. So I see City with firepowers like Semenyo, I see City doing a good one over Real Madrid in both legs. So yeah.
Bend over.
I mean, the panel says City would do a good one over Real Madrid. Well, I think differently. I think that Madrid will overcome the problems they've had with City over the last couple of years.
What are they going to overcome with it? Please?
With prayer and fasting. And by the word of their testimony. Anyways, that will be all from us today. If you have enjoyed this video thus far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let's know what you have in mind, what your thoughts are in the comment section. And when these games are done, we'll be back here to discuss it, and the talking points of the game, the goals, the controversies from those games, and all of the exciting stuff. We'll bring everything to you. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.